Absolutely.
Ironton really came at them there in the third quarter, early in the fourth.
Well, they had the hype, and they could certainly play.
O.J. Mayo is fouled by Gay Guy.
But when Coach Zorns talked about his team coming out and competing against anybody, I'm sure there was a lot of doubt by some people saying that. But they showed it right there. They showed it right here today.
1.7 seconds. Trojans are smiling. They think they've won the first state championship in school history. O.J. Mayo at the free throw line. O.J. up and in. 26-1 for the Trojans, making their just their second appearance in the state Final Four. And they are going to be state champs in Division III.
Well, competition at its finest right here.
A gutty effort by the Tigers from Ironton. 26-0 coming in, and they gave North College Hill absolutely everything they wanted. The Grange Insurance most valuable player of the game is Bill Walker from North College Hill. 19 points, 14 rebounds today for Bill. Grange Insurance proud to make a $500 donation in the name of Bill Walker to the North College Hill General Scholarship Fund.
Well, in those highlights right there, you saw where he could step outside and beat you from the perimeter, but also could take it right to the basket.
71-65, our final score. North College Hill, the Ohio State champs in Division III. Ironton finishes at 26-1, 27-1 for the Trojans from North College Hill.
The North College Hill Trojans fight off the Fighting Tigers of Ironton 71-65 to claim their first ever state championship. They win the D3 crown. Hi everybody, Dan Franzak here with you for the Division III post-game report. And I'm joined once again by former OSU assistant Dave Sakuti. Dave, North College Hill used their athletic ability when they needed to make and get the big plays done.
Well, you know, Dan, Ironton came into this ball game with an outstanding game plan. I thought the key in the game was they really had to force athletic plays, not to make the outcome of this game so important. Make North College Hill make basketball plays down the stretch, the dunks, the athletic plays really caught up with them. But what a gutty performance by that team right there.
Amazing. I mean, fundamentally sound, it seemed like. Great ball movement. Jay Burson mentioned it during the game. These guys were on their A game tonight.
They really were. And, you know, I thought the 2-3 zone was very effective in the first half that Ironton put. They sacrificed a little rebounding, but they stopped the penetration. You know, the foul situation really developed in the first half, but really never developed the rest of the way for the most part. But it's one of those games where North College Hill, they stepped up when they needed to. They had some big plays, a couple turnovers, situations down the stretch kind of hurt Ironton a little bit as well.
You mentioned the turnovers, but very few mistakes. Always getting the ball to the right guy, it seemed like, for the Ironton Fighting Tigers. Cannon the three or getting the ball down low. They just seemed to do the right things at the right time.
Well, we picked up on it. They really distributed the ball well the whole game, Ironton did. They found the open man. They found the right guys to take the shots, and I think that's the key to their basketball team, and they really stuck with their game plan the whole entire game.
You see the Ironton Fighting Tigers receiving their runner-up medals. Roger Zorns, the head coach of the Ironton Fighting Tigers. What an amazing season. Only one loss on the year, that final one to North College Hill. Now it's time for Henry Saborniak to present the state runner-up trophy to the Division III runner-ups, Ironton Fighting Tigers.
And its opponent, a rousing round of applause. Those people that follow high school sports in Ohio often think of Ironton as being the home of a great football team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great basketball team. Coach Roger and captains, come forward, please. Come on up here. What a great game we saw today. And I know how disappointing it is to lose to another great opponent. But there can be no question that you represented your community and your school with such dignity and pride. They'll be proud and remember this game forever. On behalf of over 800 high schools, the Board of Control, the commissioner, and all the people that love you, it's a pleasure to present the runner-up trophy for the 2005 championship.
Ironton High School, a team to be reckoned with on the gridiron, and now a team to be reckoned with on the hardwood, that's for sure. They win the runners-up trophy for Division III for 2005. Gutty effort by the Ironton Fighting Tigers. Joined once again by Dave Sacuti. Dave, I think in the end, size mattered for this Trojans team. The size of Bill Walker, Ellis, those guys getting it done both offensively and defensively, whether it's getting the ball down low or maybe blocking shots. That made a big difference.
Well, I think so. I think if you match them up on paper, Dan, and we did that early in the game, just trying to figure out, the matchup situations and so forth. The game plan worked, but it really got down. You can block out, you can be fundamentally sound, but the Ironton basketball team just physically was outmatched at times during the game, but that's what you have to do. You have to keep the game close, and they kept it close, and they almost stole it at the end.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they purposely tried to slow the ball game down, and then they went back to speed it up again. I didn't understand that mind frame, really.
Well, I think that's just a credit to their coaches. They made the adjustments during the course of the game to figure out what's going to really work here as we go down the stretch. And as we talked about, the little things, fundamentally, the defensive pressure they put on, they trapped a little bit. They did some things that really got themselves back in the game because the spread, it was getting away from them, Dan, but they got it back to where they could have got this game.
We weren't sure if we were going to see a whole lot of O.J. Mayo. He didn't really score too much of the first part of the ball game, but he poured it on when he needed to. He went on an 8-0 run by himself there for a while. Big players make big plays when they need to. O.J. Mayo is Mr. Basketball. It seemed like he can make a basket when he needs to, and he did tonight.
Well, as much as it is him scoring, Dan, I think it's his presence on the court. He gives this team just the intangibles, the leadership, the following that he brings with his other young players along with him on the court. That's probably more important than all the scoring he does. But when you can have the ability to go on those stretch runs, it makes a big difference in a basketball game.
Oh, yeah, you can see him pointing out instructions on the court, absolutely, as far as like defenses are concerned or who's getting the ball next. That's obviously he is the general out there on the team when Jamie Mahaffey's on the bench.
Well, when Coach Mahaffey was talking to us before the game, he talked about how well that O.J. Mayo communicates not only with his players, but the people in the community and everything that he tries to do to represent that community and that school well. And needless to say, on the court, communication among your teammates is so critical. And he's a young man that I think is just going to continue to get better as long as he works hard and he keeps the right frame of mind. I think he is an outstanding player right now, and he's going to be a special player as he moves down the road. Very
young team. We mentioned the trio of Trojan sophomores. We could be seeing these guys for some time to come, Dave Sacuti.
Well, it'll be interesting just to see. We talk about that, how it's so special to get to this point right here where you're getting those medals and you're getting that trophy. But needless to say, as they move forward here in the spring and the summer and they get with their AAU teams and they move on, next fall when practice starts, the focus has to be on trying to come back and try to repeat as state champion.
Obviously, we were talking about O.J. Mayo. There's Bill Walker. He came up with that big slam. Ironton made a good move there to take a timeout when he did get that slam, trying to break up the momentum there, but they used that to their advantage, the Trojans did, trying to capitalize on their athleticism again.
Yeah, just good athletic plays. Sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do from a defensive standpoint when players, they get in the passing lane and they can get it up and down the court, but give all their players credit. It was a great team effort this afternoon.
The North College Hill Trojans are state champions for the first time in school history. And there is their leader, Mr. Basketball, O.J. Mayo. He's only a sophomore, got 22 points tonight, averaging about 28, 29 points this season. We have not seen the end of O.J. Mayo, that's for sure. The comparisons have been made. O.J. Mayo, LeBron James. Are we seeing the next LeBron James? He has some of the same characteristics, Dave.
Well, we talked a little bit down before the game about how maybe once every 6 to 8 years you have a great player coming along. The Clark Kellogg's, the O.J. Mayo, the Jimmy Jackson, the LeBron James.
The Jay Bursons.
The Jay Bursons. We'll give Jay a little credit there, too. But those players only come along. The special players come along. But the interesting thing is just to see how they handle themselves, not just on the court, but off the court as well.
And down on the court now for the presentation of the state championship trophy for North College Hill in Division III.
Come on over here and face your crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your championship team. You can do a little better than that. We did see a great basketball game here today. And there's not a whole lot you can say to the champions other than congratulations. You've represented your school well here today. On behalf of 800 high schools in this state, you are crowned the champion.
Congratulations to the Trojans of North College Hill.
And there they are, 2005 Division III state champions, North College Hill, #1 pretty much the entire season throughout the year. They proved their worth and got the trophy they were wanting all season. Time to go downstairs now for some final thoughts with our play-by-play team, Jeff Phelps and Jay Burson. Guys, we saw a great one today.
Dan, it was outstanding. We were expecting the 3 sophomores for the Trojans to live up to their billing, and boy, did they ever. 19 points for Bill Walker, 22 for O.J. MAYO, and 14 for Keenan Ellis. All had some foul trouble early, Jay. All able to avoid fouling out of this game, and that's a great effort by them.
Yeah, it sure was. And again, it was a terrific game, terrific teams. What I was impressed about, exactly what sports and basketball is all about, building character, showing class, and work ethic. So it was terrific.
And a terrific game by Cliff Howard. 28 points and 16 rebounds. He did an awesome job for Ironton.
Yeah, he sure did. And again, both teams played very good basketball. Ironton did everything they could to stay in this game, and you have to give credit to North College Hill of what they did and how they were able to end the game.
Jay, a pleasure working with you.
Hey, thank you.
Let's go to Erica Robbins.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. I have 2 outstanding players and 1 terrific coach. Bill Walker, you were the MVP of the game with 19 points, 14 rebounds. Congratulations to you. How do you feel today?
Feel great. Nothing like winning, man.
One monster dunk you had. Tell us what you were thinking when you went up for it.
I just wanted to put it down, just get the crowd excited, get the crowd into it, and run away with the victory.
You certainly did that, and OJ, the crowd talks about you a lot. Took you a while to get warmed up, especially in the first quarter, but once you settled in, you scored 20 points. How's it feel to be a sophomore winning a state championship for your team?
It feels good. It was a great team effort out here tonight. We played a good Ironton team, and we were just happy to come out with the victory.
Congratulations to both these sophomores, and Coach, what an outstanding 3 years it's been. You can smile. Oh. You came a long way in 3 years. We talked all about it at the beginning of the game. How's it feel? Long 3 years for you?
Right, it feels great. Yeah, long 3 years. But like they say, they want 2 more. So we got to go back to work after this. Is a great feeling. We're going to enjoy this for a while. But they know we have to get back to work because we love this feeling. Nothing about winning. It's nothing about being on the top. Being #1, that's the best feeling in the world.
All right. Enjoy the celebration, fellas. Coach, thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you in a couple of years. We'll send it back upstairs to Dan Franzek.
All right, Erica, thanks a lot. No rest for the weary there. They're going after another state championship. They're already talking about next year. All right, a fantastic day already for ONN here. Upper Sandusky and, of course, Afrocentric. And now the Trojans of North College Hill, all first-time winners, winning their first ever state championship game. There are more championships, though, to be decided at 8:30 tonight. It is the final one, the D1 High School Boys Basketball Championship game, only on ONN. Join Tim Bray, Ron Stokes, Erica Robbins, Dave Sukuti, and myself for all the excitement here on the Ohio News Network. For our entire crew, this is Dan Franzek. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here at 8:30 right here on ONN. Good night, everyone.